Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jamie Collins from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but, of course, his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll go again with Bell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down following the run. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Kaiser now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. Third down here.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go.
On third down, Kaiser. And it's complete to Brett. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Coates. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Second down, Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers making their way out. And, you know, Charles, if you believe in linear progression, could be a super season in the Steel City. 4 years ago, they didn't make the playoffs. 3 years ago, they lost in the wild card game. 2 years ago in the division round, and last year in the AFC title game. So if form holds, could be your AFC champions in February.
Wouldn't that be something? What kind of progression is that?
Linear.
Yeah.
But someone told me that. I'm not taking credit for it.
But we're going to roll with it, aren't we? Because I agree with you. This is a team that's in the playoffs last year. They went ahead and drafted T.J. Watt, an outside linebacker who rush off the edge out of Wisconsin, to give them a little more pop on defense. Then on the offensive side of the ball, we're all rooting for James Conner, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, battled back and beat cancer. Now he's trying to beat up people in the NFL.
Again, it's Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Go, 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 go! Eat these two! Like 30! No, 50! Go, 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 go!
Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, Roethlisberger. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real. But when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard, right around the 31. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and with them so many facts we can hit on, but unfortunately not many good. 9 consecutive losing seasons, 4-28 the last 2 years, 26 starting quarterbacks since coming back in '99. Only one of 2 non-expansion teams to never appear in a Super Bowl. You get the point, so give me some optimism.
Well, they're hoping it'll just be one starting quarterback in 2017, someone who will solidify that position for the team. And then think about what they did in the draft, though. 3 first-round draft picks, including Myles Garrett, the #1 overall pick in the draft, the defensive end out of Texas A&M. They're hoping it's a fresh start and a new direction for Cleveland.
Here we go.
Again, it's Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Let's go.
Johnson on the counter. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out come the Steelers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Final play of the half, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Sammy Coates now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long for Kaiser. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part...
And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Come on, let's go. 38.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, That means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level. The linebackers are the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Try the left side with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Kaiser now from the 50. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
In motion is Coates. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Time running out here on the play clock.
Here we go. What?
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch number 29. Here we go. What?
2nd down, Kaiser. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On the counter, here's Bell. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Bell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Now a 1st carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's got this one down to the 10. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go. Brian 38.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. To throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. 1 timeout left, 1-score game. They're going to go onside kick now. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Kaiser. And this one's incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! 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 Black round!
From the gun, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Play clock winding down. The Browns, of course, 1-15 last season, but an opening day win in their sights if they can hold on. And that'll set them back 5. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Here we go! What?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Here we go! What?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go! Grind 38! Grind 38!
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Browns on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go! What?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Brown. He juked him. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, It'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? They're going to try and run for it. And he is in. The play works, and we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. First and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run.
Flex round! Flex round!
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands. Critical situation. Now's their time.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one goes for 24 yards. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Kaiser now out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Kaiser to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.